and intonation. When you are speaking about passion, about something interesting, about something totally stupid, raise your voice a little bit. Play with your voice a little bit. Like the example with Kaufland. Who would go to Kaufland because of these sticks or whatever it was? So just play a little bit with the voice. Your hand gestures and facial expressions. I could see that you were sitting comfortably on the chair and you were looking directly to the camera. From time to time, I think that you were speaking like this, like you were speaking to the microphone but looking to the camera. Just the body was a little bit off, just a little bit off. Pay attention to this as well. And the goal of the speech was to inform. You told us so many information. It was really not redundant, but plenty of information about gamification. And I like how many and interesting ideas you use. Plus, you use your own story, your own example, and that was really good because at that part I could see and could hear in your voice that you are really passionate about it, that you understand it, and that you have lived through it, which is really great. But for the information, I would recommend to use structure. For example, what is gamification? What is the history? When it is used, more like structured, like the examples: the school, the retail, the banking, and the bright side and the dark side. Just decide on the structure. What do you want to say? And about the structure, you had a conclusion, you had a body, and you had great opening with a question. However, the transition from the opening to the body was too fast. You ask the question and then you explain gamification. Play with us a little bit more in the beginning. Ask some more questions. Have you ever heard about this? Have you ever noticed something this is going on in your life? Just hook us a little bit more in the beginning with the games, with Pokemon, with whatever. So it will be greater transition from the beginning to the gamification and to the amount of information you have in the body. Overall, the speech was really informative, and I think, for my point of view, you did met the goal to inform me about gamification and the dark side and the bright side of it. Thank you very much for that.
Perfect, Lenka. Thank you very much for detailed evaluation. I'm opening the panel evaluation, so anyone who has wrote notes and has or wants to share them, please give a or raise a hand, give me a sign, and then unmute yourself and we will hear your words. Now is your chance to help Havran to improve his second speech for the project. Okay, Terka.
Thank you, Sonia. I would like to add something to Lenka's evaluation, because I believe that you can work more with your voice, as she said, but I would like to compare it with your last speech, and I have to say that it was much better today. You did the improvement.
Anything else, Terka? No? Okay. Someone else wants to add more? You have a chance, and make sure that Havran has a better speech, even better and better speech next time. Raised hands, please. If not, I will add my things. It might be good, but Havran, do we start with so? No. That's my advice. Otherwise, I agree with Lenka that it has a really good educational value, and it really showed where or how we are now moving into, I would say, not modern world, but how we are getting more into these technologies, that it's just involving us in as well in the normal ordinary life, and how they these technologies are getting there, even without us realizing. So that was a really good value for me to realize where everywhere it's used, and if it's a good or bad, it's up to us to decide. Anyone else has anything to add? If not, or you are just too shy, make sure you use the chat down below and write privately to Michal and give him a feedback. And if we can continue, then we will move to the role of the counter. Counter is the role of someone who is looking for our unnecessary words. And we have tonight Martinka, our guest, who took very bravely this role. So I'm handing over to Martinka, and she can tell us what words we used and how we really did, if we did well or not. Martinka, stage is yours.
Thank you. So in the first speech by Damian, I found that you used especially at the start, and then also in the middle quite a lot. And also you used and I, like long, quite frequently. Then that you used where it wasn't necessary. And in the middle, I found that you used a couple times, like I said, and otherwise I didn't find anything else. I think that it was really a captivating speech. Then was the speech by Michal, in which I found only some things. I really had to pay attention to find something. So I found that you used the and quite, not often, but you use it a few times. And as it was already mentioned, you used so a few times. But otherwise, I didn't find anything else. And I think it was really good delivery of the speech. And to evaluators, so Lenka, you used that also where it was necessary. And Terka, Timekeeper, used when he was speaking about Damian, and that is all that I found.
Superb. Thank you very much, Martinka. Really good. Thanks. We heard that we use some filler words, but question is how we used our English. I'm handing over to Anna, who is our grammarian, and let's hope she's not going to disappear anywhere and tell us how we did tonight. Anna, stage is yours.
Thank you, Sonichka. You try to save yourself by using disappear, 1 point. Another 2 points will go to Tereza. And there were not so many people disappearing, even if Elena disappeared in the middle. She could definitely use it. We had a lot of interesting words also from our counter. She was using with imperfect report and also nobody will ever tell her. It's also a grammar issue. Also it's a nice filler word of today. And the second thing I would like to point out, we had beautiful words and expression. Geeky guy, that was already mentioned. Then expressions such as our entertainment was limited or globalized. Really nice thing to say. Then we had the word explain to you. That's easily fixable. What I would like to focus on, which Toastmasters are using every time, is how we pass the word to each other. We can pass the word, but we have to be careful not to pass away while we are doing that. Some of us use the expression give a word. I give my word to you means usually promise of undying love or something similar. Therefore, I would not give you my word. I am not that honest. I would, as Sonichka is using it, hand over. That's a good expression. We do it in our job, for example, when we are entering a new position. We can use it like pass the word. It's also pretty valid, I would say. And the most easy expression to use is over to you, over to someone as an expression. When you finish, over to you, or stage is yours, which was used quite beautifully. We had very interesting vocabulary. There were small pronunciation issue with passion or passion fruit. It was mentioned several times without the fruit. And then the word small. It's small. That's how we usually pronounce it. And I am, of course, most qualified person on accent and pronunciation because I have a strong one that qualifies me. I was really excited about the word gamification. And also we use word like awards or abuse. It was used by Havran, misuse or abuse of this credit card. Then he mentioned something that was immoral. We can also say unethical. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. I'm taking back the word, and I'm not promising you undying love, even though my heart is broken that you don't promise that to me. But, well, I have someone else who is promising me undying love, so let's hope that that will stay at least. I will now welcome at the stage our Quizmaster Max. I think he was paying a lot of attention and he took some notes. Are you ready to answer his questions? If so, please give him a welcome. Max, stage is yours.
So now we will go onto a quiz, which will have 5 questions. It will be great if you have a paper or you can write it in a chat, in a private chat to me. And for each answer, you get a point. And then you just put how many points you have in the chat. And then we just find out who's ended up where. Okay, so let's go on to first question. And that's here. Damien has a vlog, but the question is, what is he vlogging about? I'll repeat it. So Damien is vlogging, but what is the topic? What he's vlogging about?
Havran is raising a hand, so just a second. Havran?
Games.
Write in a chat.
Yeah.
You listen the instructions.
Never mind. So everybody has a point. Good. Never mind. Okay, we're going on to second question. Damien mentioned that he was interested in magic, but there was something what he would do rather. What is it? Good. I'll give you a little bit more. Okay, on to third question. That's true or false. So, are cell phones actively gamificating us? Is it true or false? Good. On to a fourth question. What application Michael refer to if you would like to learn a new language? And lastly, how do you spell disappear? Good. So now I will reveal the answers. And for each correct answer, you get a point. So first question was, Damien's doing a vlog, but what is the vlog about? The right answer was games or gaming. Second question was, Damien mentioned that he was interested in magic, but what he would do rather, or what he's more interested in, and that's cooking, if I'm right. Yes. Third question was if cell phones are actively gamificating us, and that's according to Michael Truth. Fourth question is what application Michael referred to if you would like to learn a new language or would like to improve your skills, and that's Duolingo, which I do recommend. And last question is how do you spell disappear? So that's DISAPPER. Yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll pass my word on to you in next one.
Thank you, Max. Awesome. I'm not sure if anyone had the 5 points, but those who had, big congratulations to all of you. Those who had 4, as me, big congratulations as well. And everyone who participated and understood the rules, even bigger applause. Without any further ado, let's get to last but not least important person, and that's our timekeeper Terka, because she was giving us the signs and I think she wants to tell us how we did tonight with the time. So Terka, stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Sonia. So, okay. I will start with the Toastmaster of this evening, Tereza, and she had to deliver his speech or her introduction in 15 minutes, and she did it in 15 minutes. That was very nice. My stopwatch showed me 15, and I was like, wow, she knew what the time is. Very nice. Damian, your speech, you had 6 minutes to deliver your speech, and you did it in 5 minutes 43 seconds, so that was really good for your first speech. I have to say that. Havran, you, as a second speaker, you had double time. That means that you had 14 minutes, but you delivered your speech in 16 minutes. Try to work on your timing. First evaluator, Peter, who evaluated Damian's speech, delivered his speech in 3 minutes 28 seconds, and she had 3 minutes to do that, but with a gap of half a minute, so he did it on time. Our panel evaluation took us 3 minutes 48 seconds, and we had for it 3 minutes. Then we continued with Lenka's evaluation of Havran's speech, and that was 3 minutes 28 seconds, and you had for that 3 minutes. Well done. Our counter, Martina, very well. You did it in 1 minute 36 seconds, and you had 3 minutes for that. Grammarian Anna, she had 2 minutes for that, and she delivered her feedback in 3 minutes 3 seconds. And Max, you had 3 minutes to do that, but you were leading us through this quiz so nicely. I didn't want to interrupt you, but you delivered your quiz in 7 minutes, but well done. It was really nice. And that's all from me, and I will pass my word back to Soňa. Thank you.
Perfect, Terka. Thank you very much. Thanks to all the evaluators and quantitative evaluation. I think it's time to put some words about the whole meeting as it was. And I will start with the part which I was leading, so I will start with the evaluators. I will start with the first one who is not here anymore, but I think he will hear it in the other room, maybe if he's not on the call. He is right now. Still, Peter, He was entertaining, that he liked the Damian speech. I would suggest not to say that he will now need to do the evaluation as it should be. It's not really necessary to say it. It's your opinion about what you heard and what you think about. So you do it your own way. Otherwise, Peter used a very clear voice and he has a very nice eye contact, even though he sometimes looked into his notes. There were very good recommendations, and I like that Peter used it, and it was to the point, and there were concrete or exact examples what to do and how to do, so Damian can improve for the next time. The thing I missed was the thing you missed too. That was the structure. I was missing somehow the things in the evaluation as well. So for the future, my suggestion would be, if we want to have in a speech the structure, we should have a structure as well in the evaluation. I will move to Lenka, who I guess disappeared. Yeah, I don't see her anymore. She was very enthusiastic and passionate about her opinion, and she really put it into the screen, and we can see that she really enjoyed the speech and she had very good recommendations. I like that she used as well the hands, and they were visible on the screen. My only suggestion would be careful that if it's too quick, it's just blurry. Therefore, it's wiser to think about that the hands needs to be twice as slow as the body is saying or the words are coming out. There were the evaluators. I will move to Counter Martina. Oh, I see. Very good. I like that you took the role and you had the really good observations. You really noticed the things, and you then nicely said that this person has this kind or used this kind of words, which is very good. You can add in the future maybe how many words whoever was speaking used. So for example, Soňa used 4 times so, 5 times like, and 7 times this and this. Otherwise, it was awesome, and I really liked it. Grammarian Anna, very nice and smooth, very entertaining. I like that you counted the word of a day, and I did try to save the situation. I admit that without any shame. I like that you always come and tell us the phrases you like. There were quite a few today. My only suggestion was that you were looking sometimes to the side, so it was more like you're looking somewhere to the side of a screen. So please try to keep the eyes on us. And yeah, now I know that I can pass the word hand over or over to you, which I'm not going to use right now, but we know how to use it for the future. Quizmaster Max, awesome job. I really liked it. And I like that you explained the rules and we all listened perfectly well. Yes, Havran, I'm meaning you did it. Anyways, I like that you took the time, you really nicely asked us the question, and they were pretty simple, which is nice. Sometimes you are struggling remembering, but they were nice and easy. They were, and you gave us the time to write them down, and you collected. I would like to know what the winner would win, but well, that's just me and me, Vicky. Anyways, we all win the applause for the answering the questions. The only suggestion, as I already told Havran, and I will tell it to our timer Terka as well, starting with so is so uncool or unprofessional, whatever, choose the right word. So is not at the beginning, only at the beginning of my name, but that's the other story. Otherwise, well done. I enjoyed it. Our timer Terka. I like that you use the simple style. You use the names and you said the times. What I appreciate was the fact that you said what was the allocated time. So what was the time that people could use and how much they really used. Maybe a suggestion, you can add what the color they've been in, or at the end you can say that there were, let's say, 4 people in the green, 2 in the yellow, and 1 in the red. So we did overall very good. It's up to you. In case you have a time, feel free to use it. I have one more person who didn't receive the evaluation. And you might guess who it is. Moderator, the main person of tonight, Tereza. And because it was her first time, please give her big applause, because she really done a great job organizing and getting people. So Terry, great. I like that you started with the rules and the guidance. It's very important. I will add straight away the suggestion. Don't forget why we do this, or why you are just now adding the little thumbs up or waving. I missed it in your introduction and it wasn't set. So just keep that in mind, that you need to as well in the online world explain that. You were very nice and very kind with the explaining. You explained what is the Toastmasters, what is the role. You told us about the club itself and about the worldwide organization, which was very nice. You used a very simple question, and what was great, you led by example. Why it is important, sometimes people need a little bit more time and they really need to maybe think about, or they just don't know how to structure that answer. So you led it by example. You told us, okay, this is me and I think this is my answer, or this is my answer. So that was very nice. You as well welcomed the latecomers and you repeated the question. It's important not to miss anyone, and of course they couldn't hear the question, so you repeated and they could answer, so you included everyone, which is amazing. You as well shared the screen and explained the agenda. Very nice. What I enjoyed was the fact that you involved everyone with the role, so they can explain their role on their own. So that's perfect. My suggestion for introductions of the speeches would be, it's not only about the project, it's as well about the speaker. So for the future, you can learn or find out something about the speaker. So in this case, Damian and Michal, and just tell something about them as well. Maybe why they got this kind of idea, or what brought them to Toastmasters, something. And I like that you then again introduce the whole meeting after the break. When there is a break and there is a silence, you can ask if someone has more questions or wants to ask on something. So there is not just the silence. And my last suggestion is, I'll sometimes get overexcited, and I do that as well. When you're using the hands, make sure you keep them in the frame, because in case we're having them here and you can see what's going on, if we're overexcited, at least we see them. If we have them here, it might be slightly creepy what's going on down at the bottom of the screen. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, it was awesome and I really enjoyed it, and I hope to see you at the stage as a Toastmaster of the evening more often. That was for all the roles which were taken tonight. I really enjoyed it, the whole meeting. I've learned some new stuff. I now know that Damian is writing a blog and he loves cooking. I know that gamification might be a tricky thing in this world, but I really think that it will stay, unfortunately, and I will probably get back to Duolingo one day. I've learned that yes, we can have an entertaining quiz, and yeah, I need to write to private chats, not screaming and writing to everyone. I enjoyed participation as well from Martinka and her count of the unnecessary words. And now I know how to hand over the words properly. That's almost the end. Last but not least would be my question, what you are taking from tonight. And it doesn't have to be all what I said. It might be totally something else. Therefore, I will ask each of you to tell me what's your takeaway from tonight. And I will have a second question if you are coming next week and if you're interested to help us with the organizing of next week session. And why? Because I will be the Toastmaster of that night and I would like to have you here and hear maybe a speech, evaluation, participation. That's what's my two questions. I will start with Terry, our moderator. So question is, what are you taking home tonight? And if you are coming next week, and what your role will be? Terry, you can answer.
Thank you very much, Sonia, for an introduction, but also very good evaluation. I'm taking home information, many information about gamification, because I had no idea what it was, and now I can see it literally everywhere. And since I'm not really good at technologies, it was really interesting speech for me. And my next role next week will be speaker. So stay tuned and come to see me as a speaker. And I'm passing the word to another person. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. I will choose Max as I have him on the other side. So Max, 2 questions for you.
First one, I would like to come next week. Not really bothered with a role. I don't mind whatever it will be, but I'm quite interested in Evaluator. Since I didn't say much today, as I'm the beginner or newbie, what I took from today is that I met new people, this community. I was really interested in both of the speeches which were delivered, to just find out about the people and about the affection of gamification onto our society. And it was really on very good level, so I enjoyed it. On to the next one.
Awesome, thank you, Max. I have Martin Kijks, the next one. Mati, your
So I was really happy to learn some new things about gamification. I really think that I learned some really useful stuff, and I enjoyed experiencing this kind of a meeting on an online platform. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mati, for your kind words. I will pass over to Anna, who is next on my screen. So Anička, word is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Sonichka. I am taking a lot from this meeting. Passover is also a Jewish celebration, or not just Jewish, and for Christians. We can definitely pass the word. I enjoyed it. It was almost the word of the day. And I am taking home strong spirit, and I don't mean alcohol.
Thank you. I'm happy you are not meaning the alcohol. It will,
yeah,
it will be trouble to pass it through the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can try actually, but I don't think here is some alcohol in it. It's a perfume from a drugstore. I don't know if you can drink it.
Don't drink it, and don't
no problem.
Don't spill it over the computer. It might be not very happy with it. But I like that you take home the strong spirit of tonight.
Yeah, it will smell nice. And for the next week, I can take anything you assign to me.
Perfect. I'll make a note that I'm assigning you whatever I need. I love it. Thank you, Anna. I will not pass over. I'm handing word to Damian.
Or pass the word. That's
pass the word. Okay, I'll pass the word. Damian, your time.
What was question? What a very question like?
Not a problem. Question is, what are you taking home tonight with you, or what was the most interesting for you tonight? And what role would you like to have next week?
About the role, I don't care really. Like whatever you will have, and what I brings to me. I thought that evaluate are useless, but now I thought now I think that they are useful.
Evaluations are very important. Yeah, we
Yeah.
learned that, all of us. Good, thank you. I'll take note that I can assign you anything. That's a pretty good. I love this kind of choices. Terka, your answers for me and for everyone.
Of course. Thank you, Sonia. I like the atmosphere today and I like the fresh energy from our newcomers. It was a really interesting evening and I like that. And about the role for the next week, difficult to say. Maybe I would like to try Quizmaster. I have never tried that before, so.
Okay, I'll wrote down that the Quizmaster role is yours.
Thank you.
Anytime. First times are really good. You know, you will enjoy it. Danka, question for you.
Thank you, Sonichka, for your questions. Actually, I enjoyed running away from my son from one room to another just to could stay with you guys, but I made it. And what I took was a few notes from Lenka's and your Sonichka evaluations, and also Anichka's recommendations how to say that I want to hand over to somebody the work in a correct way. So I took that notes, and if I will come next time, why not? And I'm not sure if I take some role because I'm not sure if I can handle with my level of English, but maybe I will try. So.
Your English is awesome. In case someone didn't take a note, Anna put it into the chat and you see there as well. So please take a time and have a look. And Danka, I'm keeping you in mind and I'm coming to you. Don't worry, we will agree on something.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, I will. I can chase people, that's the thing. And I definitely want to see you here. And you will manage it. I'm not worried about that. I have two more people whom I will ask. Miro, can you still hear us? Or you are on the move and you are just listening? I'm calling Levice. I'm worried that Miro will have to see just the recording. But anyways, last but not least, Havran, who is hopefully not crying somewhere in the corner and not gamifying something. Please, camera on.
Can't turn on the camera. My phone is almost dead and I use it as my webcam, so next time I probably should carry a charger with me. I really liked, since we've started these online meetings, how I could improve on my vocal variety, because that was a huge challenge with a few of my speeches. Also, I was able to work on my looking into the camera thing, because as many of you who know me, I was looking all around my room and not at you guys. So I'm really happy that I can progress myself with these meetings. And I really took a lot great advice from my and also Damien's evaluations. So thanks a lot. Over to you, Sonichka.
Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you. I think we can close for tonight. And I hope you really enjoyed it and I will see you next week. So big applause for all of you who've been here and you took the part and you've been brave enough. Yes, thank you, thank you. Officially closing the meeting and I'm stopping the recording.